All right, so there's a couple of fights which could do very good things for the winner, right? So one is on the prelims. It's the welterweight clash between Ramiz Barajam and Court McGee, and then we have Katlyn Chookagian against Jennifer Maia, the rematch on the main card. All right. So yeah, Ramiz Brahimaj, he he's 9-3, coming off a win in his last fight. So he lost his UFC debut. It was against Max Griffin, right? And that was it was a tough one as well because his ear just exploded. Griffin hit him with a nasty elbow. He was bloodying him up, but an elbow just blew his ear up. So that got stopped. But he bounced back extremely well, beat Sasha Pantin Pantinikov, right? Got a first round rear naked in August last year, right? Very good win. He is going up against the crusher though, Court McGee, right? 20-10. And there was a point, right, where I kind of thought maybe McGee was done. You know what I mean? He'd lost to Diego Lima, Sean Brady, Carlos Condon. Now, all of those tough opposition. But I think the big thing, like McGee just didn't look himself in those fights. But against Claudia Silva, whew, we had the old Court McGee cut, just that smothering pressure, really putting it on Silva. So that was May last year. So I think this is a very interesting one, right? So if Brahimaj wins this fight, oh, McGee's a huge scalp. But if McGee gets the win, it does show that, boy, this old dog, hey, he's still got it. You know what I mean? So it's definitely an interesting fight. I kind of think just McGee's smothering style, right? If we get the old McGee, I think he gets this win. So I'm gonna say McGee. Although, you know what I mean, if he fights like he did against Condon and that, it's probably not gonna go his way. Right. But that takes us into the rematch. Interesting one, right? I didn't feel that this was on the horizon and then they made it. I just think there's a lot of people are tied up, injuries, everything like that. But we got Katlyn Chookagian against Jennifer Maia. So blonde fighter, she got the win um back in November 2019, right? UFC at 244, Masvidal v Diaz at MSG. You know, she had that win. They've actually got a few fights in common, right? So they both have wins over Alexi Davis and Joanna Calderwood, now Wood, right? So they both have that, and they both lost to the champ and got kind of dominated by the champ as well, Valentina Shevchenko. But Kagadian looked really good, I have to say, in her last two fights. Like, she really started using her range. You know, the jab was working well. You know, she was a lot busier than she has been sometimes. So the win over Cynthia Calvillo and Viviana Aruja, really good wins for Kajagian. All right. Um, so yeah, Maya, right? She bounced back from a loss to Shevchenko with a win over Jessica I. That one came July last year. All right. So yeah, they've both been out for a bit of time, you know, but they're both very experienced. Very experienced. So, yeah, I mean, this fight, it was 2019, but I think one of the big things with this fight is it could be the jiu-jitsu, right? Because Kajagian, she fought Submission Underground 26, where she lost to Gillian Robertson. Now, Gillian is very good on the ground, so there's no shame in that at all. But maybe that might be the thing. Maybe Maia is going to look to get her down and put that submission on. But I will say, if Kajagian continues how she has been fighting, right, the way she's just putting it together, I think Kajagian, I think she walks away 2-0 in the series, Pete.